Quick though, check on your forecast. Fall just around the corner. Sure doesn't feel like it. We had a cool down this week, a little teaser, but now the heat is back. Let's bring in Weather Impact Team Meteorologist Corey Reppenhagen for a look at your forecast.
Yeah, you know, summer's just trying to hang in there. We'll basically be flirting with the 90-degree mark over the next 5 days. Here's your timeline for tomorrow in Denver. We'll see some sunshine like we have the last few days, going up to a high temperature briefly at maybe 90 degrees tomorrow. If it does hit 90 degrees, man, that'll be number 58 on the year. So we're almost getting there, close to that top 5 mark. We'll just need 2 more, and that is possibly in the forecast over the next 5 days. Take a look at these temperatures in the mountains for tomorrow. These are still relatively warm temperatures. We'll get some sunshine before we get a few showers going, but we're looking at some 70s here in the foothills, Idaho Springs, Bailey, and then the mountain towns could just barely break into the 70s in some areas. Great for the fall forecast because you want the sunshine and the cool nights, and that is in the forecast. Let's have more information on that coming up in my full forecast in just a few minutes.
I want to share some major breaking news that happened this afternoon with you. This is Colorado State Patrol Corporal Ty Simcox, who is recovering this evening after investigators say a man ambushed him in his patrol car this afternoon. Happened on US 36, just west of Federal Boulevard, around 1 p.m. State Patrol says the trooper and the suspect got into a gunfight on the side of the highway this evening.
Suspect is dead tonight. The trooper was injured, already out of the hospital though. And investigators are trying to figure out why this all started.
This trooper had absolutely no warning whatsoever. There are cars coming on both sides of the highway. There would be no reason for this trooper to ever anticipate that one of those vehicles would slow down and unload his gun into the trooper's vehicle.
CSP says this trooper was parked on US 36 just working on paperwork when the driver of a black Chevy pickup truck slowed down.
And as he passed, our trooper started to fire multiple shots from a handgun into our patrol car, aimed at a Colorado State trooper.
Investigators say the suspect pulled over, got out of the truck, and fired off more shots. The trooper returned fire. A gunfight in the middle of Highway 36 in the middle of the afternoon.
But I will tell you very directly that our member was targeted today by a man that intended to kill him. And that is shocking and unacceptable.
CSP says the trooper's gunfire killed the shooter, who they're still trying to identify. Corporal Ty Simcox, a 16-year veteran of State Patrol, was shot once in the arm, treated and released from Denver Health, and now recovering at home.
I'm speaking to the media today because it is clear at this point in the investigation that this was an ambush. What the trooper did undoubtedly saved other people's lives, or certainly could have saved other people's lives.
District Attorney Brian Mason says this shooting is now under investigation by the Critical Incident Response Team.
But there's more to this story than what we now know, and we want the whole story for this investigation to be complete.
District Attorney Mason says there was so much gunfire, it's likely somebody else's car got hit today on 36, even if they don't know it. So if you were driving through that area this afternoon, check your car. Police want you to call them if you have any surprise damage. 36 westbound is back open tonight. Eastbound is still closed.
The landlord that was called an out-of-state slumlord by Aurora's mayor has now agreed to give up control of one of the apartment complexes where Venezuelan gang has been active. The development was first reported by our partners at the Denver Gazette. We're talking about the Aspen Grove property, which was shut down by city officials last month. According to the documents the Gazette obtained, under the Colorado Open Records Act, the city of Aurora agreed to drop dozens of charges against the owner of that apartment building for failing to maintain the property at 1568 Nome Street. In exchange, he agreed to waive his right to a speedy trial, and Nome Partners LLC agreed to sell or lease the property and pay up to $60,000 of the cost to clean up and secure the complex. The Gazette reports the agreement said the apartment's owners may re-tenant the building as long as it's up to code. The landlord blamed the Venezuelan gang for taking over the property. The city insisted it had been neglected by the landlords for years.
Democratic Congressman Jason Crow, who represents the district where this apartment complex is located, said in a social media post today the gang issues are being grossly exaggerated and misrepresented. The congressman said, quote, current gang activity is consistent with trends across Colorado, and violent crime is going down in the metro. We've asked Crow's press team for statistics to support the claims. We have not heard back tonight. We do know Aurora's violent crime rate fell about 15% from 22 to 2023. The only data available for this year, though, is from January and February.